Good evening, welcome. I'm sorry that we have to bring down the music, but Nadia Padovani Gresini, the owner, wanted a rock day. She wants this season to be rock. So she will tell us why she chose this place. There are so many of you, and even more people following live. We are now live on YouTube in all the languages of the world, in MotoGP world, and also on Sky Sport. For a great evening, first step towards 2024, I already called her on stage. Once more, a big round of applause to Nadia Padovani Gresini. Hey there. Hello everyone. Welcome. How can you keep seated? Why have you chosen Riccione Cocorico? Because this is a historic disco where I used to come when I was 20 years old to dance. So, an amazing location. Moto E, Moto 2. Now we are stepping up to the premier competition, MotoGP. Everything we've told to ourselves, and we will step up in this season, which is about to start. Can you send your greetings? Can you tell us what you're going to see starting from March, the pilots that you brought together for 2024 MotoGP? Well, this year is a wonderful year, I would say. We already won as a team because an independent team with an 8th-time world champion. We will have 10 world championship won in our team. So this is crazy. We would have never imagined that we got to do such an important thing. 10 world champions, 5 pilots out of 6 have been world champions. We would have never imagined to an 8th-time world champion. Can you explain us how this came about? We've been in contact. I talked to the guys in my team, and we thought that clearly Marc had a contract in 2024 with Honda, so it wasn't something that we could be giving for granted for them to let him go. We decided to wait for him, so we got to October when we didn't have any hope left, let's say, but we got to the result we wanted, and we brought him here. And we're going to hear him in a while. He, alongside his brother Alex, they met once again for this new adventure with you. 10 world champion. And what about the pressure? Do you have more pressure, or are you willing to start? No, I want to start. Because we can't wait to be on track with these pilots and to see how far we can go this year. Makes sense? We can't wait as well. We can't wait to see the bikes and to have a little chat with them. Thank you again, Nadia. So she named the bike. We can now start with the bike show. That's what we're here for, right? would like to become really small for you to see these bikes. Well, we'll do this with the pilots. And the best adjectives, the best sensation will be given from Alex and Marc Marquez. And for the beauty of the eye, to try and go beyond, because there are many, many technicians here on stage. There are romantic ones like me and technicians. Let us get into more specific details about these two bikes that you're going to see on the track. Seconds, but Gresini tried to make you see the specifics of the bikes that are ready to go really fast and to achieve for great. The declarations, everything that we heard made us speak a lot, and also the arrival of Marc Marquez was also something important. Let us then call on stage Carlo Merlini and Michele Mazzini. Carlo Michele, so sports director and commercial and marketing director. Let us, the person that is wiser, let us pick the person that is wiser. He said it's the one, you are the one who's more aged. You can reply. Let it be, let it be. Okay, help us to get from your point of view, and we will move on to the paddock with your colleague. 2024. Season, goals, and also criticisms. Because there's beautiful things, but I imagine that there are also difficulties to be faced up to. How can we describe it? This is a special season. It is special when we have such a strong project on track with Alex, Marc, with 10 World Championship won. And I have to say, sometimes I still can't believe it. I sometimes go through the film from the beginning, from the first phone calls with Alex and Marc management until the signature and the announcement in Indonesia, with all the intermediate steps that we had. As you can imagine, there were happy moments and also sadder moments. Moments where things didn't seem to be that easy. We started dreaming. And as this is always the case, dreams are really the engine of everything. Are those dreams that make things come true, and important things as well. But this dream, we started to dig it. We were almost terrified that we could wake up one day, open our eyes, and witness that we were dreaming and it wasn't the real reality. We wanted to be dreamers that with commitment, engagement and passion are able to deliver, to make things happen for real. This is exactly what happened to me and to all of us. It was a journey, a beautiful journey. Also from my emotion, on a professional point of view, sometimes with Luca, Nadia, Michele, we look at ourselves and we say, go figure what would have happened if we didn't try. So we're all pretty moved. Okay, I'll leave you with your emotions and I'll be back, because we will get to the more practical thing. How your days have changed. Not only your night shifts. Michele, you've been a lifetime in Gresini. You've seen a lot of things happening. You brought the markets, family together in 2024. And what is the first thing off your chest? Well, the first thing I thought is it was a dream inside our own dream, because I think that never like this year we will have the ingredients to do well. But all this has to be done. It's an empty book that we have to write. We have to keep on improving and believing the process. And together, how are them, Marc and Alex? We will ask them too. Let's say that there's a great energy. We could see it. A thoughtlessness, a willingness to show and to improve and to work hard. And I think that we can really be proud to live with them and witness with them such a beautiful moment. We need a round of applause here. Well, let's get closer. Let us get back to the hardships, because there are dreams. I will never like to wake up, and then it's the reality. I asked Nadia beforehand, how did you got here? Marc Marquez come to Gresini, you meet Alex, and how did this change in terms of sponsors? And how did your days change, Carlo? Well, Carlo had such demanding days, indeed. I can confirm that. A lot of happiness, cheerfulness. And this is normal when you have a big project like that, with two big pilots like them, with the 10 World Championship won. So that was important for us. We needed to have on board the companies that were with us already for a long time. And I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart to be by our side, both in good times and in bad times. And we call it Gresini family, because that's the way we see them. And I want to welcome also all the companies that came on board this year. For them, we want to send our thank, the trust towards our project. So, what can I say? A lot of happiness and enthusiasm from the beginning. I hope and I trust that this will go on throughout the season. And I don't say anything else. And he shuts up. And I let you finish with that. You actually were grown up with bikes. You've seen and lived many, many things. How did your job change, bringing an 8-time world champion? Let's say that having Marc and Alex in our team is an added value, because I believe that we have the best technical packet, so to say, but we believe that the human part also plays an important role. And having two people that know each other well, who knows well than true brothers? I don't want to say that this is easier for us on a sports point of view, but it's easier for us to get to know them because they know themselves better. And it's the best way to solve problems. Thank you, both of you. Have a nice evening. You can go back to your seats, because now we'll have other statements, other declarations with whom we will speak, and we will see a bit in the details. their bikes. It's the second season here. The temperature goes up. He said this is going to be a fundamental season for me. I don't say it myself, but Alex Marquez did. Hello, Alex. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Hello, Alex. You made a lot of presentations. You had amazing evenings. Could you expect such a presentation? This is a huge presentation. I have to congratulate with all the guys, Nadia and the Gresini event for such an amazing presentation. I quoted your words. This is your second season. It's going to be a fundamental one. What is the upgrade that you did? How did you work during the winter? Explain to us a bit. And then we'll see your bike. Yes, I came last year in such a difficult moment in my sporting career because the first 2 years were hard, didn't got any results really. But I believed in this project, in this bike, in this team especially, this family, which is something that I really liked. And this has been a good season, I think, overall. We made mistakes and we have to fix them. But the first year with the new bike is also like that. We finished the season really well with important results. And now it is time for us to start from scratch, but with the experience that we got from last year, which is important indeed. Let us get closer to your travel companion, who knows it better than you. By having a look at it, do you put your goals in the bike, the contestants that you're going to have in MotoGP, and that will take into account also the emotive part. I don't want to say a position or a result. We have to do an evolution from the previous year. And then we changed the number. It's cool the way it is now. I like the layout. And we have to be fast, and we have to be among the first positions. Yes, you have to be in the first positions. But now, if you were to be in the first positions, even like you should be before your brother, what would you do? You would go to the end. He won a lot already, my brother, so I will think about myself. In the end, it's home, whether I win or he wins. But if I can be before him, it's better. So you mean at home they're going to be celebrating? Yes. So last year you got back to winning ways. I do understand that it's hard to do predictions and goals. Would you be happy, for example, so 2-time champion, Moto2, Moto3, where would you like to be at the end of the year? Which position? It's not easy to say this before starting off. A specific position is not easy to find. But I would like to have a year where I focus race by race. And I have to be aware of my possibility every track. And I'm sure that I will get to a point of the season where I can understand, okay, I can do that. But winning the first race in MotoGP is definitely a goal. We did it last year, but we have to continue to grow with Gresini and Ducati. Yes, we have to step up as an objective goal. Let us talk about the emotions we heard from Carlo, Dadia and Michele. The announcements also from our side. We were kind of shocked. The sporting world was kind of shocked. So a world champion coming to Gresini. But Alex, what were your first advice that you give to Marc? As a brother, or you gave them as a pilot? Yeah, of course, he asked me. But what I told him was from a brother, because I know what he's been through over these last 4 years. From starting from 2020, I knew that what he needed, because I know him so well, I talked to him as a brother, not as a pilot at Ducati Gresini, and then he chose. And it's a dream for me, sharing a team with him. We did it once already, but for a little time. I'm sure that this year is going to be different. And having a strong team member can help me also. I can help also the team to get to the next step that we want to do. The upgrade that we were talking about, yes, I will talk him too. How many times have you argued already? No, we haven't argued. I'm the, let's say, the one that's been here for so long, and he just got here. So far, so good. So far, I want something. So I decided which side of the box, because he wanted to go on the right, and I said, no, you go on the left because you're the second one. Yeah, because one of the main conversation is like, who is going on the right side of the box? Nadia said, he's the second, he goes on the left. I will try to hear what your brother says. He won't be honest. Thank you, Alex. Best of luck. Thank you. We said it many times, and I imagine you too, when you heard that Marc Marquez was to join Gresini Racing, that the Marquez family would have got together. I imagine that this must have hit you, harder or not. Also for those who just follow MotoGP and don't live on it. I think the level is going up again, because we have here an eighth, a pilot that has been 8 times world champion. The name said itself. Ladies and gentlemen, Marc Marquez. Welcome. Hello everyone.
Marc, ciao.
Ciao a tutti.
Hello Marc. This wonderful rock music. This is a famous disco. Ready to dance later on. First and foremost, how are you? I'm well and very happy to be here with all of you. To be fair, it's quite a strange feeling, a lot of years with a team, but this is a beautiful challenge. We spent a good day at Gresini headquarters yesterday. I'm really happy. Emotioned. Have you heard your brother? Yes, I heard everything. Are you ready to leave the right side of the box? It's all a strategy. Yes, I saw that he finished the year well, then he's calm. Then when he's sleeping, I'm gonna swap places. You, of course, he knows the bike. Come over here, let's have a look at your new travel companion. Tell us a bit to find objectives. Did you like it? How did you feel it? Did you have that instant connection? I only spent a day, 50 laps. I felt good, but I'm curious and eager. And I have the greed to go to Malaysia test and go on and on. It's quite difficult for me. I want to understand the team. But I'm like a child with the new shoes. Do you say this in Italy as well? We do say that in Spain. I'm like a child with new shoes that wants to try to learn new things. A new child with new shoes. You said something else. I want to feel butterfly in my stomach. I want to have fun again. This is a bit my objective. This is why I changed. This is why I embark on this journey. I did a lot. I won a lot, but the last 3-4 years have been quite hard for me. I'm trying to find something different, something I never felt before. Having fun again on a bike. And Gresini team was the only one that waited for me, gave me my time. And when they saw that I was ready, they brought me in. So it's a difficult challenge for me, but really beautiful for the Gresini family. Such an historical team. Such a beautiful story that the team wrote, and they want to keep on doing this with you guys. So we heard you many times in your declarations the importance of human relations. I know that you flew together with your brother. You've been here for 48 years. Can you tell me what happened? What did you see, Nadia? The first things that they told you. Yeah, it's completely different thing than what I was used to. I went to the Ducati headquarters, then we to Gresini headquarters. We had dinner together. We played paddle. I'm not able to play paddle, but that's another color of fishes. I'm kind of locked in my neck. No, Alex was with Michele because they're used to it. They're the losers one. They're getting used to the fact that they're the loser ones. I'm someone that really likes to build family, to get close with the team. As you know, I have a lot of friends in Repsol, Honda, but now Gresini are amazing people, and let's try to start and have amazing year, because you eat too fast and you don't feel well. You know, that's another saying that we have. You have to go little by little in feats and start and trying to get back to the funny side of it. So we started with the 50 laps, then we're going to have the test and the first weekend, the 10th of March. But let us look at the track, your contestant. Something else that you said is I have to see the way they do. I have to adapt to the bike, and I have to see how my rivals, my opponents work. Who are the ones that want to be taken into account? I think that the hardest opponent on myself is myself, because I have to think about myself. The expectation is high, the illusion is very high, but I know that I have to work tirelessly with my team in my box to do what we can do. But of course, when someone got to Honda, they thought of me, and I got to Ducati, and my focus is Bagnaia and Martin, the best ones. I have to understand and learn a lot from them to finally be able to drive this bike. Such an incredible year. You have opponents in Ducati, and you have an opponent in your own family in the team. Shall we call him? You can call him Alex. If you have the guts, come here. Yes, but you go to the left.
Ah, no, no, no. Sì, no, hai avuto la lucidità anche di...
You have the lucidity to
Non siamo
place him on the left. We're not in the box. Yeah, I mean, because his bike is over there.
deciso. Allora,
So
sta
everything
per
had
partire
been
una
decided.
grande stagione di
So a new
MotoGP.
season is about to start,
Sta per partire
MotoGP,
la stagione del Team Gresini.
of Gresini team.
Fatevi un augurio.
Make a wish to the other.
Tu cosa auguri a
What
Marc?
do you,
Fagli in bocca al lupo.
what do you wish for Mark? As I said to him, when he decided to come to Gresini, he has to have fun again on the bike. That is my best wish. I wish that he has fun again and he has 100% motivation and he can fight, not only win, and drive the bike the way he wants and having fun
Falfale nello stomaco.
and feeling once again the
Alex, al fratello.
butterfly in your stomach. What is your wish to him, Alex? I wish him the best, but especially what I say to him is, you are a MotoGP pilot, you have your possibility, he's strong, he has been 2 times world champion and I believe that he finished this year really well, but without pressure.
Senza pressioni. Un'ultima cosa.
One last thing,
È una curiosità mia.
this is my curiosity.
Ma veramente riusciresti a vincere anche con un triciclo?
Would you also be able to win
No. Si è visto questo 2023.
with a tricycle? No, not with a tricycle. I think that 2023 kind of proved it that I'm not able. I didn't want any race, so we have to go in fits and start little by little. It's been 2 years since I won the last competition, so we have to go little by little.
Lui ci si può credere.
If you
Marc
say so,
Marquez,
we can
Alex
believe it.
Marquez,
Marc
grazie.
Marquez, Alex Marquez, thank you very much.
Adesso dalle dichiarazioni dobbiamo
Now,
passare
from
alla-
declaration, we have to
Vi
get to more
ringrazio, ci
details.
parlerà la pista,
Thank you very
ringrazio
much,
tutti voi
guys,
per essere
and I thank you all
intervenuti
for
e ci
having
diamo appuntamento, allora, prima con i
joined
test,
this,
poi con la
and let us see in the test and with the season starting in March.
Buona pista a tutti.
Enjoy your MotoGP, enjoy your competition.
Tutti sul palco adesso, eh.
Everyone on stage now, it's not over.
La fotona di gruppo.
We have the big photo.
Tutti sul palco. Vai.
Yeah, everyone on stage, please.
No. Per oggi sono finite. So che dobbiamo riempirlo il palco.
We have to fill the stage, so come on up. Manuel, come on.
Mark, David at Paddock Pass Podcast. A question for both of you, because you are very much an emotional person. You're a person who needs to have the right people around him. We saw how close you were with your previous team. Again, I think you said in a couple of interviews that you were here to be in a part of a family. You've visited Gresini now, you've visited Ducati. You're on the wrong side of the garage as well, which is also a bad thing. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel happy? Do you feel like you've got a new family that you can build on?
I mean, of course, after 11 years together with the team and more with my people, 13 or 14 years, was and it's strange. The first steps are strange, but yeah, I mean, when I take the decision, when I took the decision, I was full convinced, and yeah, obviously moved to a team like Gresini with my brother as a teammate will make the change much easier. But yeah, I mean, I knew that will be like this. But a part of that, I feel really comfortable already on the first test in Valencia. With the people, of course, was the first test. One day, a lot of expectation and everybody nervous, but already yesterday and these days we spend time with the team, and yeah, will be not a big problem for the performance on the racetrack.
Hi, Mark. Dimitris Diatsidis from Greek TV and MotoGP magazine. Question for you and also for another for Alex. For the expectations from us and everybody in the world are very, very high. Just a few minutes ago, you said that you will start slowly. Is that a kind of a strategy, or because we saw that in Valencia that you were fast? We know who you are. You know better who you are. And obviously you liked the bike. You don't feel that you can win from the first day. And the question for Alex. Alex, do you think that you will be in front of Marc if he starts the way he's telling, with low expectations and slowly to learn the bike?
I mean, one thing is expectations, the other thing is the approach. I mean, of course, my approach is try to be fast on the racetrack, and if I can be 1/10 faster in the first test, I will try to do. But the other thing is expectations versus reality. Of course, expectations are super high from the people, but as I say on the scenario, my work is try to forget about all these expectations, try to work in my garage, because I need to be calm, especially on the beginning. Calm doesn't mean to don't be fast. Of course I will try and I would like to be fast, but I cannot pretend to fight for the victory from the beginning, because last 4 years were a nightmare for me. In last 2 years I was not able to win a race, and especially because I arrived to a bike that especially two riders, that is Bagnaia and Martin, spend many years with this bike and win many races and championships. So they are super fast, and they will have the 2024 bike, the same bike. We can say they have the same bike, but you arrive there and you cannot pretend to be on the same level, or will be not the normal thing to be on the same level straight away with them.
If he's with that approach that he say it, that I'm sure that he will be like that, I expect to be in front, but just not in that point that he will approach more in calm. It's Marc, he's my brother, but also I want to be really fast and be there. So for me, as I said, it's really important to have a teammate like him. I can learn a lot. And especially this year, that is my second year with the bike, so it's his first one, so will be quite equally in that moment. So to take profit about that and to be in the next level will be important. But as Marc said, the approach can be a good one on mentality side. But if you are fast, he will be in the same strategy or same depth. So he really smart and he knows how he need to, especially in a championship of 22 races, how to approach a championship like that and in a first year with this bike.
Hi, good evening. Tommy from Sport 5. I have a question for each. Alex, you kept saying that there's a lot of good things about having Marc because a strong teammate pushes you. Can you tell us also the downside of having him next to you in a garage? And Marc, you had a very special relationship with your team and it felt like they were reading you. You didn't have to do too much. How long do you think it will take you to have a similar type of relationship with your crew chief? Thank you.
I mean, really good things, as I said, and it's your brother, so you have confidence to ask many things to him and all everything. The dark side of all of that is the expectations of the team and of the people. We were really calm on the box and on the tracks, with no people in front of the tracks and all that. But for the team also it's important to have that expectation from the people, for the sponsors and all that. So it's the more difficult side, but I think we can approach it and control in a really good way.
Yeah, as I say, my team, to create the same atmosphere will be impossible because it's atmosphere created by 13 years. So in 1 year is impossible, but in the end we need to create a professional atmosphere with the good people that from the first day I feel very comfortable and yeah, in the end it's not the target. I mean, you cannot compare with this. I had this atmosphere with this one. I mean, in the end, we are here for try to find the best performance, to try to find the best results. So this is what we will do, and yeah, with the time, with the tests, with the races, we will have a better and better relationship, and they will start to understand me in an easy way, and I will start to understand them in an easier way. So, but it's a natural process.
Marc and Alex, I have a question for both of you over here. Marc, first of all, can you tell us a little bit about the test at Valencia? What were your first impressions of the bike? Because I think after 7 laps, you were pretty fast, pretty competitive.
Yes, yes. In Valencia, I feel comfortable. I mean, of course, the time arrived because I feel comfortable with the bike, and from the first run, when I start to push a bit in the lap I push, the lap time arrived. But I'm more curious to try the bike in a Malaysia track, Qatar track, circuits where I'm struggling more. Because Valencia normally I'm very fast every year, but yeah, it was a good way to start. I mean, of course, also I was calm because I had only one bike in the garage, and I mean I was used to have 4 bikes in the Valencia test, and now this time I had only one, and they say to me, if you crash, finish the test. So I was calm. I was step by step, and yeah, feeling the bike, but I'm curious to see how is my level and how I feel in Malaysia test, for example.
Okay, thank you. Alex, also, can you tell us just a little bit, after analysing it, your feelings towards last season? Because you had 2 sprint victories, obviously, but some inconsistency as well. And also, will it be a big adaptation going from the 22 bike to the 23 this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think the up and down, I think, is a little bit normal in a first year bike. We arrived in many tracks that I didn't have any, like any information, all of that. And the first year, you always need to know a little bit what you need on the bike. And normally, when I jump from a new bike or a new category, always I need a little bit more time of another type of riders that they get the feeling, or they get the information or the feeling on the bike more easy, more fast. But I think with a really good end of season, we were there from the injury that I had in India. I think with a really good step. Thailand, we were fighting from group and I crashed, but later on we were quite consistently. So we need to, I think in one point of the season after start, the first 4 races a little bit, until Jerez, the expectations were increasing too fast. I mean, we were fastest as what we expected in the beginning of the season. So the expectations were too high in one moment. So in that moment, coming the crisis in Jerez, also in Le Mans, some bad luck also there in the middle. But later on, as we finish the season, in the approach, also the approach that I have it in the races is the correct one to try to make a good season.
Hi guys, Simon Patterson from the race. First question for Mark and then one for both of you. Mark, we know that the Ducati is a very good bike, but was there anything in Valencia that surprised you when you jumped on it?
I mean, it's a different way to approach the lap. I mean, the lap time especially. When you want to push, still I need to understand that point, but immediately the first run, especially second run, third run, the way to approach the corners is completely different. Then I understand many things. Of course, I need to say, and also say on that time, Honda also have a very good, a very strong points in some part of the corner. But yeah, you cannot use that strong points that I was used to ride like this. So yeah, especially the exit of the corner was really good, really smooth. But still, I need to learn the way to even use more that extra power, extra grip we have.
And to both of you, we've been in this position before where we have a team launch and you're sitting next to each other as teammates, but that year you never really got the chance to enjoy it with COVID, with the injuries. Does it feel like a second chance to have that fairly unique experience?
I hope. I mean, I hope. It's true that also we were in a really different situations. I was rookie, so I had many points to improve and all that. And I was not having the opportunity to take a lot of information from him, but because he was super fast and I was like step by step arriving. But you know, we are in different situations, and I think we can take both more profit from this situation.
Yes, Alex say we hope, especially I hope a different year because it was the worst year and the point where change everything. But yeah, I mean the future say that meet again in another team. Of course, we hope to have fun during all the year. But in the racetrack, in the end, he will be with his crew chief and his team, and I will be in my side of the garage working. And yeah, the most important in this case for Alex is don't put higher expectations because I'm in the box. So he have his expectations. Need to be realistic, all the time, and try to work to feel a MotoGP rider and to be a MotoGP rider for many years.
Greg from Polsat Sport. 2 questions, one for Marco and one for Alex. First of all, I'm surprised you didn't join the dancers during the presentations. Hope next year you're gonna join them. But Mark, on a serious note, how big of a difference was it to work with Frankie? Because you've been used to working in a way with your crew chief. And how did you enjoy it? What was surprising for you? And how did you feel beside Frankie? And to Alex, it's going to be Marquez team 2.0. So how will you feel in the box having Marc again by your side?
Yeah, of course, working with Frankie, we had the chance only to work one day in Valencia, but already yesterday we spent a very nice time trying to understand the way he worked, the way I work, and of course try to adapt my style to him, and he will try to adapt his style to me, and yeah, but are different persons, but very very technicians. I mean, Santi won a lot, Frankie won a lot also in the past with the different riders, but I will not compare. I mean, I hate the comparisons. I mean, everybody have his style, and yeah, the most important, as I say, is the performance. Doesn't matter how, why, what you do. I mean, the most important is try to find the results.
I mean, it's really special to share a team with your brother. I mean, it's already special when you are racing both in the World Championship, even more to share MotoGP. So you cannot imagine what is being in the same team. So special. As I said, I need to take profit from this situation. I think, and as Michele said, the great atmosphere and the magical atmosphere that we can create out the track with the team and all that, hospitality, crew and all that will be so important, because Gresini team, I was in many teams, but Gresini team is like have something different in that way. So for sure he will feel really comfortable on the track, but that atmosphere that we can create out the track will be so important, just not for both of us, also for all the team.
Imre Paulovic from Motorsport Aktuell and Motorrad from Germany. A question to Marc and a question to Alex. So Marc, it was quite obvious from the outside that you have changed your riding style, riding the Ducati. You were going less sideways. You were focusing more on the acceleration. Is this your final riding style on the Ducati, or do you think you will still change things? And what tracks do you think will favor you and the Ducati? And to Alex, so now you could compare the 2022 Ducati with the 2023 Ducati. What are the main changes for you, and is it more in favor for you, or do you have some difficulties that you have to overcome?
Yeah, of course. In Valencia, I was riding very smooth, but still, we don't know, and I don't know if it will be my riding style with Ducati. I mean, was the first test. I was riding with a setup that I didn't know. Just I say to them, put a setup from the others, and don't touch anything. Just I need to adapt. And yeah, they touch very small things to give me more confidence with the front, but I was riding smooth because I didn't feel to ride aggressive and to find the limit of the bike. So yeah, we will see. I'm curious, as I say, to try the bike in a circuit that normally I was struggling, like Malaysia and Qatar. Every year in my history, I was struggling a lot. So yeah, there will be nice to understand what is the level.
From the 22 bike or 23, I mean, first of all, it was difficult to feel the difference, because the day was not easy about conditions, so windy and a little bit strange day. But it's true that maybe the engine is another character. Also, the aerodynamic is different. So we adapted a little bit, but still, especially with the engine character, I mean, that I get used to 22 bike. We need to work a little bit and to adapt a little bit that power delivery to my riding style, but Ducati have many options for that. So I mean, still we will have 3 days in Malaysia to understand a little bit better, but looks like it's different. It's not a revolution. It's like just evolution with some more power, and always is good, to have some more power in the straight to try to overtake or to try to win some 10th there.
Marc, you said when you announced that you were leaving, you said the career of a rider is short, so you only have so many years to do this. You've left a team which you knew very well, where you were earning a lot of money. You've come to a team where you have the bike which can win, so you've given up money for the chance to win. How easy is it to make that decision, because you've already won so many championships and you're already financially secure? You have enough money to buy whatever you want.
You answered the question. I mean, of course, it was super difficult decision. For that reason, it takes time, and I took after MotoGP. But in the other side, the ambition is the same as 2013. I mean, if I say many times, and I will repeat, if I'm here, it's because I feel that I have the chance and the level to fight for that top 5 positions. I mean, I cannot say that fight for the championship. To fight for the championship, you need to be extra in many points. But still, I feel that I can fight for that top 5 positions, top 6 positions. So So yeah, I decide or I choose that direction to be longer in my career. Only this, and then it's like, of course, the easy way was stay in Honda, and it was less pressure to myself, more money in my bank account, and many different things. But it's not the target. I mean, I'm very thankful to Honda, and I say no Honda thanks day, and I say here again. Maybe in the future we can cross, and I hope to cross again our futures. But it's not only my decision. Also, I need to be fast on the racetrack, to be more doors and more ways to have the way to choose. I mean, I don't know if I explain well, but if you are fast on the racetrack, then will be better, or I will be in a better position for choose my future.
Hi, Mark. Another question, please. After a few seasons that you had to go through medical procedures between the season and the next one, and you had some issues with the bikes, how was this last period? Are you feeling a little bit different now in this new situation?
Yeah, of course. Finally, I did a normal winter. That this was also another thing was very important, because since 2018 I had all the winters with the rehabilitations of the shoulders, of the arm, and yeah, now I had a normal winter, and yeah, I will try to escape from the injuries that was the nightmare these last years. Even this 2023 was the injury. So the reason of my result was not only Honda, also was myself, because I get injured many times. So yeah, with all that aspects, I will try to work in a better way, and yeah, try to feel better on the racetrack, and yeah, try to create my future again.
Ciao Marc, tu dici io vado con calma, parto lento, devo mangiare lentamente, se no mi viene la digestione. La Nadia ha detto però non posso non pensare che andiamo a lottare per vincere il mondiale, quindi lei ci crede.
She believes in it, and you believe in it as well, because you won some races. And the second thing, we saw Honda in the Valencia test is a completely different bike. So few months have changed the thing. Was it also to give an answer to you? And if you knew that they would change like that, could you take a different decision? As for what Nadia said, this is normal. Gresini team, when they got a pilot, it's because they think that the pilot can do well, otherwise they don't take it. So that's why they hired me. It was a big risk for them to wait until my decision, until October. They took the risk because they believe that I can do it well. And I want to do it well, but we have to do things step by step. But we'll see. As for Honda, the process leader changed in Honda. The problem is, the biggest doubt is that I don't know if this is going to happen in a month, 2 years, 1 year. This was also the risk for the moment of my sporting career, not for Honda. It was for my own career. I thought that the best choice was to do this. I'm convinced, and Honda is Honda. HRC, they will definitely deliver and have big results. But the biggest change they did is changing project leader. That is going to come. Giovanni Zanagni, Moto.et, same question to both of you. Physically and mentally, how are you? If you can give yourself a grade, 0 minimum, 10 maximus. Mentally, 10. I'm relaxed, I'm happy. Then when we'll have the races starting, this will go down. But now 10, I would say. And a lot of grit as well. I don't know how you say it in Italian. Yes, willingness, ilusión, or Spanish. So this is important. And hope as well. Physically, You always want more. But opposed to the last 4 years,
sono abbastanza meglio.
I feel better.
Mentalmente, dopo questa presentazione,
Mentally, after this huge presentation by Gresini, 10. I can't say anything else. Happy. It will be an important year. And physically, I would say 7, because I want to be 10 out of 10 in Qatar. Because if you get now to 10 after the season, you're going to go down energy-wise.
Mark, ciao.
Hello, Mark.
Guardando da fuori,
By
sembra
looking from
che
outside,
la
it seems
Ducati
that
sia
Ducati
più sincera,
is
più,
more candid, more sincere,
familiare
more family-wise than the bike you used to drive before. So will you try again to risk the limit over the limit, or will you keep on having a calm approach in the year? And to Alex, I wanted to ask you, in the previous generation than yours, there were the Amazing Four that became the Amazing Five. Do you believe that Marc can become and can get to being the wonderful he was before? Do you think that the pilots of today have the same fear, the same reference, so to say, towards Marc, or are they more aggressive? Well, of course, I hope that I won 4, but you never know. You have to risk to try and find your limit. This is my style. I've done it the second part of the season with the team. Even though I didn't get any result, I will keep on doing this.
Rispetto alla Ducati, non lo so, anche piloti Ducati hanno
The
preso
Ducati pilot also, they fell a lot. There were a lot of crashes. So a bike has a limit, but if you can go a little bit faster than the others, that's the thing. You have to risk a little bit. It doesn't come on by itself, but at the beginning, I would try to go slow, but I'm sure that in Malaysia or in Qatar, I'll have the first crash. I prefer having it in the test rather than the competition, the race. I like to say that I hope that he got back to what he was, because to me he's always been like that. He was unlucky for the injuries, but he's also kept his own level. I think that now races are more aggressive, but it's not the competitions. The races, the quality of the bikes are really, really close. So beforehand, there were 4 official bikes that could win, and there was a huge difference between all the bikes. Now, they're even, with 10 pilots that can win. It's really close, and you have to add that extra grit. I don't know, we will see.
Nova Lunch now, Speed Week.
Nova Lunch.
Una domanda per tutti e due. Chi vincerà per primo?
Who's going to win first a GP with Gresini, Marc or Alex?
Il primo è Qatar, no?
The first one is Qatar.
Qatar ha più chance Alex.
Yeah, I think Alex has more chance than me. I won only 2 times.
E non sono nel modo di pensare una vittoria.
I'm not in the mindset to think about victory now, but we will see. If it's going to be for Gresini, we'll be happy. If I win Qatar, okay, sounds good to me.
Ma non si deve tenere fretta.
It doesn't have to be hasty. It will come. If you're hasty in a hurry, it will happen what happened to him at the beginning of the year. You want to do more than what you did. You have to be realistic. Good evening, Matteo Musarocchi, Corriere Romagna. 2 questions. A classical one. What do you think that Alex is missing to become a winning pilot? And why do you think that Marc is missing to get back to the cannibal version of himself that he used to be? And then a personal one. I write for a local newspaper. The Gresini team is from Romagna. Romagna is a small Spain, so to say, for MotoGP. We have a lot of bikes, Dovizioso, Melandri, Capirossi, Simoncelli, a lot of champions that you also know. We will have the possibility to see you, to train in 04, cross laps, and you will make people here fall in love, as you did for the rest of the world.
La prima domanda, quello che
As far as the
Alex
first
gli
question,
manca
what Alex is missing,
non pensare a essere un pilota vincente.
he doesn't have to think that he's
Io
a
ho sempre
winning
detto, non
pilot.
puoi finire un
I've also
campionato
always
decimo
said, you
e
can
iniziare
finish
il
a championship
prossimo,
10 and
pensando di
start the next
vincerlo.
one
No,
thinking that you
questo non
win it.
succede alle sport.
This doesn't happen in sports.
Se fai fatto decimo, devi
If you
fare
are
un altro
10th,
campionato
you have to do another
pensando
championship
nel
thinking
top
that
7,
you can
nel
get to
top
the
5,
top 7,
e
top
piano
5.
piano dopo fare
And
un
little
altro
by
campionato
little,
pensando nel top 3
another
e piano
championship,
piano no,
you scale it
non
up.
puoi, nessun
You can't think,
sportista del mondo
no
di un anno
sporting
all'altro
person
fa un
from a year to
cambiamento
another
così
has such
grande,
a
è
big
un
change.
progresso.
It's a continuous
Della
progress.
seconda domanda,
And as for the second question,
ho pensato questa mattina di andare
I thought about
prima
it
di
this
venire
morning.
qui, dico sabato mattina è
Saturday
libero, provo
morning,
di chiamare a
I tried to
Dovizioso
call
e girare
Dovi
il suo circuito,
and,
ma il
have-
timing era
and go in his
troppo
circuit,
stretto,
but
ma mi
didn't have time,
piacerebbe,
unfortunately. But I would really
e
like
soprattutto
to.
con Andrea Dovizioso che
With
è un
Dovi,
bel rapporto, ha un bel
we have a good
rapporto,
relationship, so
di andare un
I would like
giorno
to
al suo
go
circuito.
and see his circuit.
E Amar per essere col cannibale, come hai detto te,
And in order for him to get back to his
gli
cannibal
manca
version,
divertirsi un'altra volta sopra
as
la
I
moto,
said,
avere
he has-
le cose per farlo bene, avere la
he
moto,
must
avere
have fun
tutto.
on his bike. He
E
must
si
have
diverte
everything he
sulla
needs,
moto, tornerà.
and I think that he will come back.
Ok, vamos a español.
Aleluya. Manuel Pesino para Mundo Deportivo. Una pregunta para Marc y otra para Alex y después una para los dos. Marc, quería saber sobre la visita a Ducati. ¿Qué has visto? ¿Has hablado con Daliña? ¿Has preguntado qué moto tendrás? Me imagino que has querido información.
No, bueno, ha sido más una visita protocolaria. También la teníamos que hacer técnicamente porque bueno, Ducati utiliza sus parámetros y sus cosas para llegar al nivel que tienen de moto. La moto que tendré ya la sé, es la 2023, muy similar a la que acabaron Peco y Jorge Martín, y de allí pues empezar con eso. Y en principio tendré eso todo el año, así que mi trabajo es sacar el máximo partido. Me he sentido, lo dije ya una vez y lo vuelvo a decir, siempre me he sentido querido por Ducati. Si no hubiera dado este paso, porque sí, soy del team Gresini, pero lógicamente pues pilotamos una Ducati y Gigi Daliña siempre me ha tratado muy bien.
Alex, ¿se puede uno imaginar que siendo hermanos y compañeros de equipo os podéis ayudar en los entrenamientos rodando juntos y cosas así, o es absurdo pensar esto?
Quizás si uno está en dificultades es más fácil, ¿no? Llegar a un acuerdo. Es así, es un win-to-win, pero no hay que pensar en eso. Ojalá ni yo necesite ayuda ni él necesita ayuda. Querrá decir que los dos somos rápidos y que los dos estamos allí, entonces cada uno hacer su parte. Al final, si piensas mucho en ayudar o en ir juntos o tal, acabas liándote. Entonces cada uno ahí tiene que hacer su camino. Luego fuera sí, cenamos juntos, pero en el circuito cada uno tiene que hacer su trabajo.
Y la pregunta para los dos, estáis los dos en MotoGP, hay dos pilotos españoles también en Moto2 y soy el único periodista español aquí. ¿Qué pensáis de eso? Emilio, perdón Emilio, estás por ahí, pero somos solo dos.
¿Te respondo o no?
Por favor.
Es que hice un evento la semana pasada con Estrella Galicia en España, entonces yo creo que eso afecta un poco. Pero siempre España nos hemos sentido súper queridos, tanto en España como en Italia, y eso es lo más importante, ¿no? Que en MotoGP haya repercusión, porque no solo ayuda a los equipos, sino que también ayuda al deporte.
Ahora se lleva el Zoom y todo eso, videocalls, todo eso, llega igual la información. Ya
Lo están viendo. Y ya sabéis vosotros que cada vez hay más recortes, o sea que todo afecta.
Por eso.
Ok, grazie a tutti.
Okay,
La
thank you
conferenza stampa
everyone.
finisce qua.
The media scrum finishes here. Everyone out, only the media, stay here, and you two guys, please.